Three. Hello, I'm Robert Benfer, and I'm doing the commentary for this movie.
And I'm Nikki Benfer, and I'm doing the commentary with Robert Benfer for this movie.
Now, you're probably wondering why me and Nikki have the same last name. I think I'll let Nikki explain this.
Well, you see, when Bobby was a little boy, my mother, and I came, and then we...
Long story short, she's my sister. Oh yeah, that Newgrounds logo you saw at the beginning. This was the first production to ever use that Newgrounds logo. I think that's because this is probably the first Newgrounds series to ever become a full feature.
Hey,
that I know of. One of the first.
Gibber, ribble, rabble, ribbly.
When I was making this movie, people would always ask me, "Isn't it fun to make a full feature? You're so lucky. I wish I could make a claymation full feature." No, it is not fun. It's probably the most horrible things I have ever been through. It's not fun to sit in a room for 8 hours a day for 5 to 7 months in a hot room and to animate the same thing over and over again for half a year. It's the most boring thing ever. And the biggest thing I would do, it always seemed like I had something bigger to do right after it. Like I did this, and that was cool, but how am I going to do this thing coming up? It was very frustrating. And Dr. Brown is actually one of the only characters in this movie that was actually in one of my short movies.
What about,
I think there are only 5
Doctor?
people. I think there are only 5 characters in this movie that were in my short movies. Most of them died.
Well, thanks for telling everybody.
I thought they're going to watch the commentary first. If you watch the commentary first, you're an idiot.
Retards.
Yeah, there's a big Klay World at the end, and only 3 people survive, and they rebuild Klay World. That's the ending. Anyway, the only characters that reoccur are Dr. Brown, which is that guy right there. Not that guy. He's not in the movie.
Oh.
There's Dr. Brown, Dr. Bob, the long-armed guy, the guy with no arms, and then
The guy with no arms is a genius.
he is a genius. And then there's one other guy. Who was that? Did I say Dr. Brown?
Now grab my hand.
Did you say Dr. Bob?
I said Dr. Bob.
Then you probably didn't say Dr. Brown.
I said
What
Dr.
about
Brown.
Mr. Black?
Mr. Black? No, he's a new character. I wanted most of the characters in this movie to be new. I wanted Klay World to be its own movie. I didn't want it to be a movie where you had to watch the short movies to get the long movie. I wanted to just be a whole new Klay World. Anyway, that's Man on Earth. I was gonna do almost all the credits in Klay, but it took me like 4 hours just to do those 3 credits there. The Knox's Korner presents, the Newgrounds, and the Klay World and stuff. It took me 4.5 hours to do that because making letters in Klay is a lot more boring than you think. So I just said, screw it. I'll just say directed by Robert Benfer and move on with the story. I remember animating this and I was like, oh god, how the hell am I going to do this movie? I got so much more to do.
Everybody thinks you're so good because you have a time machine. It's not fair.
Oh, and by the way, this movie had no script.
Nobody even pays attention.
None of your movies have scripts.
Yeah, but this... that's why I did it, because I felt like if I made a script, it would feel like a different movie. It would feel too planned out. Of course, if I could do it all over again, I would have written a script.
You and me are gonna make it big someday.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have helped a lot.
I don't know. Just something big.
I think this part goes on a little too long. Anyway. Oh, this part coming up with Vince, this actually wasn't in the movie until I was halfway through the movie. Originally, they were just going to sit there and talk, and then go straight to the crowd or whatever. And Vince wasn't going to be in the movie until halfway through production. And
Where
then,
Vince actually came over to the house.
yes, Vince is played by my friend Sammy. Sammy Sammy Penrod. I've known him since first grade, and I figured since I'm having Tom Fulp in here, since Tom Fulp made me, I might as well get Sammy Penrod since he came up with the Knox name. So if it were for him, I would be Knox. I'd probably be Robert Benfer.
And yes, Sammy still acts
Good night,
like
Vince.
he is still in first grade.
I don't get it.
So do I, but it's my job now. So yeah, this wasn't in the movie.
Now we're forgetting. Just another
It probably shouldn't have been in the movie because it just stretches it out too long, and the character comes in later.
Klay World anyway.
But whatever.
I mean, it's a table, not a world. I'm touching your shoulder. I'll touch your shoulder. Yeah. Hey, what's going on over there?
Hey guys, what's up?
Looks like there's something important going on over there. Going on over there. Going on over there. Let's go check it out. Okay. Hey, dude, do you know what this is all about?
You shut up.
Hello? I'm on
That
the
guy's arm
microphone.
is very pretty.
I'm on the
It's
microphone.
green.
Hello.
Yeah, some of these characters,
I'm Dr. Bob.
like, well, I'll point them out later on, but you can tell which ones were kind of molded from past characters.
I hate you.
You use the same characters from your old movies?
Beginning
Of course.
our time.
Well, actually, later on, you'll see a character that has kind of orange on his stomach, and that was one of the cavemen from the beginning of the movie. I'll show you. It's
Right there?
no, it's later on in the movie.
Yeah, but no, there was a guy right there that had orange on his shoulder.
You guys will not
On his
believe it, trust me.
right shoulder.
Yeah, that's called being lazy. I was gonna mold like a.
See that guy back there too?
Yeah, that is him right there
Yeah,
on the right.
yeah,
Like
in the back.
Like everybody can see me pointing. I'm pointing at the screen like, look everybody, right there. Yeah, that's one of the cavemen from the beginning. This is probably one of the worst commentaries ever. Well,
We're not even talking about the movie. See, now that guy is just...
Well, what the hell was that about, right, everyone?
oh, that
Anyway,
heart attack scene
now
was
for what
also
we came.
added in like a month after
Couple of
this
days ago,
scene
we
was
were
finished.
contacted through radio by another species of clay
Because it was a
people,
joke that I
which
wanted to do,
finally
and I forgot to do it when I was
proved that
animating
there
it.
is
So I
life
said, oh
outside of
crap,
this
I gotta go
house.
back and add it in there. I wasn't really sure if I should put this pause in here, because I was afraid that people would think that there was something wrong with their DVD. Like, what happened to the sound? But no, it's just a long, really long pause.
Whoa, 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 calm down. Now, this isn't a bad thing.
And then all of
We don't know if
this
they
is
come
just
in
a bunch
peace
of
or if they hate us.
improvising.
Either way, this is very
I don't think any of this dialogue was planned out that well.
This guy behind me is going to talk to you. Yeah, he's behind me. This guy behind me is going to talk to you about what's going on. I would like to introduce to all of you.
Yeah. Making a panicking crowd is a lot harder than people
Klay
think.
World, Mr.
Because
Brown.
you're like, you make the same thing over and over again, and you combine all the sounds. And it's really, really boring. I mean, you just sit there and go, "Ah, blah, 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 blah," and then you make a second wave, "Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no," and then you make another wave, "Ah, blah, 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 we're all gonna die," and then you combine them all together, and it's like, it's really boring to make.
You
So-
even had the whole hand motion going on.
Yes, a man
I
was
did.
listening to his radio and he heard voices. By
So
the way,
this was
radio
probably the most boring thing to animate, because I hate setting up
radio.
stories.
How about we
especially
just have him come up
a
here
story
and
for a
talk
movie
to
that
you
doesn't
guys?
have a
Come
story.
up here, smiling bird.
I could have,
Horribly happy.
yeah. His smile changes throughout the movie because I kept on having to remold it.
Tom, what happened?
See, his smile changes right now. See,
I was listening to my
this right here was actually animated like a month after this scene was animated because I didn't like the way I animated his mouth, so I went back and reanimated it.
Like a month later.
So yeah, so that's why it looks different. Because I was editing it, I'm like, his mouth is like really cracked up, so I'm gonna go back and reanimate
Smiling
that.
Gary, everyone.
Hey, look, I think that's the guy that I made.
Don't laugh at that. You
Yeah, Nikki made the really skinny guy.
We're gonna
The guy with the square head.
First time ever.
It's like a really skinny caveman. He's actually the guy that gets torn apart by that monster near the end.
Gee.
He has a really skinny body.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, hold the phone.
So, yeah.
Hold the phone. All right.
And of course, you know that clay Earth, the Earth of the Clayman?
You're saying that you're gonna build
On the
a
right
truck
side of the screen over there, that's the caveman that's the Clayman that I used for that.
You're gonna build a truck and leave our house.
Yes, we are.
You're gonna
He's
build a truck
actually
and leave our house.
facing the same way as the clay Earth.
You're gonna build a
You
truck and leave our
moved the
house.
camera.
Yes, we are.
You're gonna build a truck and leave our house.
Well, yeah.
Yes, we
You're
are.
gonna build a truck and leave our house.
Yes, we
You're
are.
gonna build a house and leave our truck.
No, we're gonna build a truck and leave our house.
Well, good
See, look,
luck.
you moved it again.
Yeah, there he is right there on the right. And that's the clay Earth
well,
guy.
we got a lot of work to do, okay? So, see ya.
Oh, that was cool.
Oh, before you guys go,
I like his tie.
I do like his tie. His tie changes though because of the green screen effects. His tie kind of gets smashed
mind then.
into it.
His hand looks pretty.
Sometimes the spots look yellow, sometimes they look gray. They're really gray, but the lighting makes them look
hey, where'd you
yellow.
get that? Give me
I
that.
have really bad lighting in my room. So that's why sometimes the cavemen seem kind of, the Clayman seem kind of
Anyway, I got an
darkish
idea.
blue,
We should
and then
go
they
ahead and
magically
check
turn
Mr. Black
really
and
bright blue.
Dr. Bob guy. Hey, don't spy on us, you pervert.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, we don't want that to
Yeah,
happen to
let's go try
us.
that. Let's go yeah.
That's Jason Still.
Hi. Oh, wait. What was that?
And then this is Tom Fulp coming up.
Well, you don't have to talk to me that way. I'm just asking you a question.
The guy's still laying down in the background dead.
Okay, then I guess I won't.
Yeah, he is. Look at that. They sound like they're talking about something really important.
They are.
They sound kind of angry about it, though. Ooh, look, the next day!
Yeah.
Those look so pretty. I love this part. Look, he's so happy. I wish we could all just wake up and just automatically be this happy. Seriously, just, you know.
I think I redid that audio like 5 times because I couldn't get it
Is he
right.
telling us to slide?
I don't know, but he's a genius, isn't he?
I got it right.
Yes, he is.
That's actually the flux capacitor on the left from Back to the Future.
The flux capacitor.
The flux capacitor.
You
He knows it's good to
retard.
see.
What? I like Back to the Future.
You know, that was Dr. Brown's idea.
Where'd you come from? I thought
Actually, it's
you were
Mr.
going.
Black. Dr. Brown stole it from Mr. Black.
No, Dr. Brown from Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, yeah, Dr. Brown.
Dr. Emmett Brown.
God, it's
You know, I wonder what he has to say about this.
Calm down, no,
Yeah,
no,
Dr.
that's
Emmett
not a
Brown.
monster.
Dr. Brown from this movie is actually named after Dr. Brown
actually a very nice guy.
from Back to the Future.
Well, a couple of days ago, after
And
you
if I
gave
knew
your
that I
big
was going to
speech,
put him in
me
my
and
full
friend
feature,
were
I probably
sitting
would
here
have. I
talking
probably
about
would
how
have given him
cool
a
you
different
were,
name.
and then the radio
I don't
started
like.
talking to us.
I don't like doing
So
parody
Gary
names.
got to come with you when the radio
But it was
talked to
just
me,
one
and then
internet
you
short
had to
where I
come
named
with
him
you
Dr.
when
Brown,
the
and then
radio
all of a sudden I'm
talked to
making a
us.
full
Shaking your head.
feature and
Why
I'm
are you
half a
shaking your
minute.
head?
I'm like, oh,
Why are you doing that?
dang it.
Listen, kid, the only reason why Smiling Gary gets to come with us is because if it weren't for him, we wouldn't even be on this mission.
Where are you going?
Be right back.
But. Listen.
Okay, Nikki
shut
just
up,
left me.
Okay? We're working with important people here and doing important things. No, you shut up. I want to get out of here, and I'm not going to let
A lot of it was cut out from
you
this
know
part.
what they're doing. Tell me
I think
what
this
to
part was
do.
originally like 2 minutes long, like Chip crying for like 2 minutes.
I can crawl on the ground. You want
But
to look at the floor? I can look
I
at the
figured it was more annoying than funny, so I cut it out. I probably should have put in deleted scenes though, but
Get back over
that's what special editions are for.
Oh, hey, stop crying.
Oh, you just
My
had to
wife
bring your
is such a
chocolate
big
in here.
deal to you anyway. I have
I would so die if somebody was sitting on my face like that.
You have this uncle?
Wouldn't you die?
I probably would. The quality of this movie is so good that you can actually see my thumbprints on their faces now.
I realized that. No, yesterday, or no, last night when I was watching the movie, when,
Is his name Dr. Brown?
Yes, he is.
he,
He didn't invent
Is
that time machine.
dying.
I did.
you can see
You did.
Yeah.
What?
I did. I said
Your
I did.
fingerprints.
I invented that time machine,
My
and he stole it from me.
your fingerprints on.
You mean he's walking around with
His
a time
stomach.
machine that he didn't even even if
Or you can see a half of a
If I ever
fingerprint.
find him, I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell me where he
the
is.
good thing
I'm
about
all-
low
I'm only
quality
gonna tell
movies
you
on the
where it is
internet
if you
is
let
that
me
you can
go
get
into,
away
like, a
with
little
things like
adventure.
that, but then when they're like produced on a bigger
Tricky,
screen
you're good.
with better
You're good.
quality,
I wiggle my finger at
you
you.
can really
are good.
notice, you can really see how bad of a molder I really am. You see
Yeah.
my
Well, we got two
fingerprints
new
and
people
cracks
helping us
on the
now.
Clayman and stuff.
Rick
Like right there.
and Chip. We're gonna drive a car. We're gonna drive a car.
They weren't supposed to sing in this part originally, but when I was doing the voices, I forgot what they were supposed to be saying, so I just made them sing.
Okay, guys, we got two new people on our team. That means we can get this done. And what you do to the plans?
It's not very funny, but
Those are our
not-
top secret, important plans.
I'd be so pissed off at Pick
But you better
if he
make
tore up
I am
my
gonna
map
break you so bad.
or my directions.
yeah, you can actually see the railroad tracks on that map. I don't know how they knew about those,
I
but
rub your face in
whatever.
it. I'm rubbing your face into the plans. I'm rubbing
And none of this is scripted.
Pick gets what he deserves.
I think it makes it funner to watch when you know that it's not scripted,
or
because
something?
it's just
Oh, God.
so crazy of an idea to not script a
Okay, get off my
94-minute
head, I'm
movie.
not gonna do it. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, get off my head, I'm not gonna do it anymore, I'm sorry.
Oh, look at that. Look how fast that person's going. Hey, slow down, man.
And here's like the worst thing you can do in a movie.
Very fast, bro.
You're setting up the story, everything's going fine, the characters are being introduced, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you cut to two characters that have nothing to do with the movie, talking about a rock.
High five.
Only in a Knox
Going
movie,
full speed ahead.
going full speed ahead, and only in a Knox movie can that happen.
I wasn't.
But I didn't want it to be like a movie about Chip Brown and Mr. Black. I wanted it to be a Klay World movie because the word Klay World
Faster than the rock,
is in
though.
the title.
You're not faster than the
So I
rock.
had to make sure that the movie was also about Klay World and not just a story about Chip Brown leaving the Klay World thing.
You shot yourself, buddy.
But you gotta also realize that the two generic people that. The two generic Claymen that were just in this scene right here, one of them killed himself. So let's not,
Oh. Hey,
let's not
Mike.
let that happen again.
Yeah, he
Time
did
to
kill
talk.
himself.
Do you know
Why?
where Mr. Black is?
I don't know. He wanted an ice cream, he killed himself.
They were behind me, but I don't know if they're there.
The beauty of widescreen, I can never do that with a webcam. Get the character right there with all those Claymen
Yeah,
on
about
like
that Chip guy, huh?
8 inches away
He
from
has
the
a really big
characters in the
nose.
background.
See that nose? Mr.
I
Black,
cannot
I'm
have taped
standing
that up
right
any
here and
better.
I can hear you, okay? Oh, okay. Here he
Of
goes.
course,
He's
there's the
coming
sun right there.
Everybody,
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's really fun shooting in widescreen because you can get like a lot more retarded stuff into the screen.
looking at the ceiling. Oh, hey, Chip. We were just now saying.
Has that ever happened to you? Somebody's talking about you and you're standing right there in front of them, and then they try to act like they didn't say anything.
Yep, I do
Happens
that.
to me all the
I do that to
time.
Nikki all the time.
I got caught in traffic.
See, there's a crack right there, and it disappears and reappears. You can never see that if it was done with a webcam.
Poor Pick. You know,
Don't
just
get in my way
you
like
know,
that. I'm trying to
show some
talk.
sympathy. I mean, come on.
Kickle, cackle, hothead. That's what Prick just said.
Mr. Black,
Kickle, cackle,
my friend and I
hothead.
wanna know when we're gonna get started on this. Good question. Well, it seems like everybody's here, except for Chip. He's kind
This
of
movie
quiet.
takes forever
Oh,
to
there
get
you
to
are,
the
Chip.
story.
All right, you're here. Okay, everybody's here. Well, come on, people. Looks like you and me got a.
I like this song.
This originally had dialogue, but I decided that was a lot better if you just couldn't hear what the characters were saying. I decided to just make it your ordinary, cliched montage.
They look very intelligent right here.
The sad thing about that is that's how good I can really draw. That's how I really draw. And of course, there's the Back to the Future card coming up. With the flux capacitor, which I drew upside down like an idiot.
Yeah, you are.
A 5-wheeled car. I also did that by accident. I'm like, wow, I am one of these Claymen.
What the hell is this supposed to be?
That's like one of my favorite jokes, but I don't think anybody's gonna like it.
Well, there you go, boys.
What the hell is this
There
supposed
it
to be?
is. We didn't build anything.
No, we did not.
There's another cool widescreen shot,
Well, all it needs is some elbow grease. I mean,
like anybody cares.
shut up with that attitude.
We can just order one off the internet.
Yeah, that would be a better idea.
We're gonna reveal her finally, or him. We haven't really figured out the gender of the truck yet. But this is the biggest day in Klay World since when that guy saved us all from drowning in a cup of water. Reveal the thing, Chip. Pull the curtain. Come on.
Aren't you guys gonna help me with this?
How did Chip get that chip in his head?
No. You gotta do it on your own.
That's actually something else that I deleted. Later on, when they're outside and it's nighttime, there was a part that I cut out where Chip and Gary are talking,
Come on.
and he explains why he doesn't have a chip, why he has a chip on his head.
Up and back? What's that mean?
And
Up and back.
the reason why he chipped his head, which I thought would be better if nobody knew, but I'll just
It's
say,
not up and back.
is that Chip hates Klay World. And you know how the Claymen get rebuilt later on in the movie, or Rick does?
Maybe you should
Yes.
try a push
Well,
hit.
Chip was gonna try and cut himself up and rebuild himself, but he realized how much it hurt. So he just gave up with his head. So it's okay, screw that. So instead of rebuilding himself, he just stopped because it hurt a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, cutting a chip into your head isn't very fun.
I have
Yeah.
muscles and stuff.
Hey, you didn't build that.
Hey, that's my voice.
Yeah, we did.
That's your
build it.
voice too.
We spent 2 days.
No, I did not do Mr. Black. No, I did not. That's the only voice I did right there. I only did that voice. I think I did a great job.
Built it.
Aww.
Okay? We built it out of plastic.
That truck was actually $50, and it could not do anything really. I mean,
Be nasty.
it was unbreakable. You could not break it.
All right. Now.
If you guys really build the truck, how come it's Nick and Max on this side?
Now, does anybody else have any questions? Very good. All right. Well, me and my group here are.
I made that little
now
drum
lead.
beat.
Wish us luck. All right.
I made a lot of the I made a lot of the music later on in this movie.
Chip.
The truck says Nico.
Stay here.
Nico Max.
Touch with us through radio. Make sure we're all okay.
Now, it was really hard deciding who was going to get in the truck. Originally, they were all going to go. It was going to be all 6 of them. But I realized Dr. Bob's Clayman is like really
There's only enough room for 4 people. In the truck,
frustrating to
so
animate.
You're gonna have to stay.
Because his arms fall off, and I can't remold them because it gets mixed up in white and stuff. So I decided he couldn't be in the movie. And then once I got the truck, I realized only 4 people can fit in it. You know, it would be kind of hard to animate like all these Claymen
Told me about
in this adventure. So I had to lower it down to like 4.
Dang it, hey, you're supposed to sit in the back, not in the front.
Yeah.
Get back.
So it was going to be everybody. But then in the end, it was only them.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
So that you could prevent the
Okay, I'm doing something real quick.
the stunt devils, the stunt devil people.
Yeah.
You can prevent them from melting in the sun so soon. You used to see a little bowl of ice water. Just put your flaming in there.
Yeah. I think there are only like 2 shots in this, 2 parts in this movie where the Claymen are actually outside. Because outside in the sun is like the worst place you can put a Clayman. And there's the caveman right there.
Oh yes, the aliens, of course.
You shouldn't be too sad about not going. I mean, the chances of them coming back alive are not very good.
This part probably should have been cut out, but what you gonna do?
I feel so sorry for him. He just wanted to go. He was all excited, and then
But Finley
that
was
ass
the
just tells
worst
him
idea
you can't
I've
go.
ever
It's
had.
screw you, you know? Let him go.
What I do when I get mad?
You know?
No.
Yeah, I know.
So they tried to get
He is a
back.
prick though.
You know, and especially for that. You know, I would.
Where?
Randy Solom on the left
Oh, let me rub it off. Come on,
from Newgrounds.
I got it. Hold on. Is it off? Did I get it off?
Yeah, it's off.
Okay, thanks. You're the best, Freddy. Did I ever tell you about the time I did 2 operations at once?
And again, I didn't remember what Dr. Bob was supposed to be saying, so I just said something completely random. Which I should have just cut it out, but oh well.
And now it's on to the adventure
The big adventure.
of a lifetime. But they, you know,
I did all of that on my own. I did the remote control stuff right there. Right there. And then outside was Nikki driving the truck. It looks like there's nobody in the truck right there, but they're just all, they just fell over and they're on the ground. They did. You can see hair. You can see Pic's hair sticking up. Right there. Does everybody see where I'm pointing?
I'm
Right?
pretty sure they do.
See right there?
You know, I don't. Can y'all see?
I pointed at the screen like 10 times already. Like everybody's gonna see what I'm saying.
Oh, look, Chula.
And there's Chula.
She's supposed to be barking. Did you say she's supposed to be barking?
She's supposed to be barking. I was gonna have her attack Chip when he came back, because I thought it would be like a really cool part of the climax to have Chip fight a dog. But of course, Chula
Is way too old to understand.
Can you please?
Chula just isn't very fun. I even poured. Chula likes Coca-Cola. She likes to drink Coca-Cola, so I poured Coca-Cola on top of a clay man to test it out. And all she did was just lick the clay man and then walk away from it. She's like, nah, I don't think so. That's one of my favorite characters. Because I'm holding my nose. I like characters where I have to hold my nose. Which that's the only characters where I have to hold my nose. I just talk like this, and it turns out like this.
Yeah, it sure does.
No, it doesn't. Trust me, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Just asking.
I stole that globe from my 7-year-old sister. Wait, she's 10.
She's not.
Oh, she's 9?
Yeah, she doesn't turn 10 until November 1st.
I keep on... Well, whatever. My 11-year-old sister. I stole it from my 11-year-old sister. There was actually a joke with that... There was actually a joke with that flashlight, where whenever there was a problem with something, Marv would turn on his flashlight and just flashlight something, and then he would assume that that fixed something. Of course, that doesn't sound funny, but it was funny. I just never got to it.
Haven't you ever picked up a phone by its antenna and just, you know, think that you're talking in it the right way?
I still do that.
Down the drain.
What are you laughing at? And here we go. I love this effect. This actually wasn't a special effect. This was just a regular weird thing that the camera does. I guess it's just adjusting to the light or something. And people assume that it's some kind of cool special effect that I added, but it's just it's a practical effect with the camera.
Oh my god! What was that?
These people in cars, these people had no idea that they were in a movie. I don't know. They didn't.
Oh my god! There's another one.
So
Poor people.
later on, when they're in the highway,
Hey, the flag is up.
they're in a...
You know, we were probably in somebody's movie and we didn't know.
Yeah, I'm probably in this movie somehow.
Yeah, me too.
Of course, the flag is gone in the shot. See? No flag. And then it's back. Isn't that weird?
I did that. It's very, very hard to drive that remote control car.
It did. It turns on its own. So the
It
reason why...
seriously had a mind of its own.
Yeah, I think it's like... And that's the astronaut, by the way. Anyway,
And then
it's
you
like...
see if the guy fell out.
Smiling Gary falls out when it turns.
He didn't even mean to do that.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until I was editing it. Otherwise, I would have said, hey, go back and pick up that caveman.
Yeah, because we started looking for the Clayman, and you know, Robert couldn't find it, and I go, well, you know, it's over there in the driveway.
I think
The
Gary
truck was...
fell out.
Yeah. The truck actually is going the opposite way of where they end up in that shot. But I just assumed that when they go back and get Gary, they go the opposite way.
Because they had the yeah.
Another great, wonderful widescreen shot.
Can you see I'm busy?
That is a really big flashlight.
It is.
Give up. Tell me this.
And I
Excuse
just...
me, God.
These are two characters that were in one of my short movies. The guy with no arms was in Help I'm Stuck, where a guy gets stuck in a VCR. And the long-armed guy was in Hot Dog Job.
Hot dog job.
Hot Dog Job is one of my newer movies. What's gonna be on this DVD?
Eric likes movies.
And I just had to put these two together. A guy with long arms and a guy with no arms.
I'm gonna touch your shoulder, alright?
Don't touch my shoulder.
Actually, I always thought that that guy with the long arms always, like, one of his arms is, like, bigger than the other one. That's what it looks like.
Sometimes you are. This was the first thing we shot. Well, this is the first thing we shot away from the house. We did the whole movie in order.
It is very hard to drive a remote control car in the rain.
That remote control car would like work for 20 minutes, and then it would stop.
It sucks.
There would be like a little twig sticking out of the ground, and the truck would hit the twig and it would stop.
Seriously, and it would not move. It's the total truth. Seriously.
I swear. We threw that thing
Even
off.
a rock, a grain, it would not move if the wheel so much just hit it hardly. It would stop the whole remote control car completely.
This looks like a side-scroller game when he walks back.
That looks like our house, but it's not.
Yeah, it looks like our house, but it's not. This is some horrible green screening effects. There's only about probably 2 green screen scenes, and that's not that bad. I don't know how it looks. We're watching this on a tiny TV, so I don't know how it looks on a big TV. But it doesn't look that bad. That's black screen, because Gary... Everybody just looked better in black screen, except for Mr. Black. And there's a dog in the background looking at the camera. Right there.
Poor dog. He's like, I want to be in the movie.
I didn't even see him, because I didn't have my glasses on when I was shooting these backgrounds. And then when I was editing, I'm like, wow, there's a there's a dog in the background staring at the camera.
Are you even listening to me?
Feel sorry for that bird.
Of course, this stuff right here was like the first outside stuff that I shot. So I found a bird, I'm like, oh, cool. I can videotape the bird and use that. And then that's how I would get most of the material.
It was finding stuff to make a nest.
You're way too far away from
And then
See, they're all...
Put that in your
Yeah.
mouth.
Pig is over there,
Just gross, pig.
Just
Hold on,
holding-
I gotta take care of something.
holding the stuff, eating it. I like this part because it's cute. Because he just starts beating him up. You just see his little legs running across the sidewalk.
I think there's a little bit too much table in this movie.
I wonder if that guy is getting tired of that axe in his face already.
Dr. Bob's coming.
Dr. Bob's coming.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for my toy.
Get out of here. Don't you guys touch this stuff. A lightning bolt jump out and hit you in the
What?
face. I don't want that, do you?
That's me.
There's Nikki doing that voice. Yeah, I was getting everybody in this movie. I think I put a little bit too many people in this movie. If you look at the credits, there's like 15 voice actors in this movie. And most of them can't really...
Stay with us, or there's
Well,
just
some of them
something
can't really act.
with it that we don't know about yet.
Nikki can act, though.
We're still trying to figure all that out. Astonishing.
No, you stop.
I almost cut this part out.
Stop. No. No, you stop. You stop.
This part is so funny. He's arguing with a stop sign.
This part I was gonna cut out.
But it doesn't work.
I don't know why I kept it in. But I don't know.
I don't get this part. Why is he standing on his face?
Well, it's supposed to... I don't know. Because he stood on his face in the beginning, and he's standing on his face now. But I don't really...
Like he's still getting revenge on him?
Yeah. Well, Mr. Black was beating him up, so we come back and now he's standing on his face.
Dang, I'd hate to make Pick mad. He knows how to hold a grudge.
Thought you'd have against me.
Yeah, that scene does not need to be in the movie. But it's gonna be in there anyway.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
And I got a tummy ache. Yeah. I wish I looked better in my
Now that I watched this scene, I wish I would have said more. Seriously?
Yeah.
Would have been... Yeah, it would have made me happy.
help over here.
We need help over here.
I'm just gonna let you fall, okay?
I love that voice. Too bad he dies. Actually, almost everybody dies in this
I'm
movie.
pretty sure everybody almost dies in that movie.
That's what I like about the cover. The cover makes it look like a fun children's movie, and it turns out that
I know! When I watched it, I was like, what the heck? everybody dies. I was like, that's so brutal.
I know. Like, you look at the cover and it looks all like a children's movie. It looks all happy and playful and fun. And it turns out that 98% of the characters on the cover end up dying.
I know. That's what I thought when I watched it. I was like, oh, yay, finally a happy movie to make me happy.
But I wanted...
And I watch it like 50% of the time I'm watching this movie, I want to cry.
Sorry. Yeah, it's a kind of depressing movie. I don't know.
What was that?
I mean, my movies have kind of dark endings. Like, dark endings that go, oh, well, that was kind of weird. So I wanted this movie to be the same way, but I think it's a little bit too dark. Because, I mean, a guy with no arms getting smashed is kind of...
I know! What's your deal?
I have
That is
a very...
so mean.
I hate my life, okay? I wanted to kill a lot of people.
You should have made the guy with arms die.
He did die.
The long-armed guy.
He did. He got smashed by Rick.
Oh. Well, I know, but he...
But they get rebuilt. Well, no, they didn't get rebuilt. But hey, there might be a sequel, so who knows? Unless this movie sucks.
You and me go way back.
See, this is where I should have introduced Vince.
I got you a present. Yeah, I know how you like to.
Actually, Vince's dialogue,
I got you.
I didn't actually know what his scenes were going to be. So really, Sammy just recorded a bunch of lines reacting to some scenes that I explained very vaguely. And I would take those lines and I would like edit them to where they can go with my movie. So right there, he's not really talking to Dr. Bob. He's actually talking to some random clayman. me and Sammy would just turn on the record button thingy, and we would just have this conversation. And I'd be like, okay, that was funny. I'll use that for my movie. And then I just make it to where he's talking to Dr. Bob instead of me. So if it seems like his lines were kind of edited a lot, they were. But I don't know. Some of that rain is real, some of it is just visual effects.
Those dogs were so funny.
Those dogs are so funny. They're these two brother dogs. One dog would run around, and then another dog that looks just like it would just stand there and follow the other dog around.
And be like, yeah, what he said.
The dog would just hop around. This is very crappy here.
We had no way. We tried for at least 30 minutes trying to figure out a way to get that remote control car under the fence, and we dug holes and everything. It just wouldn't fit.
I know, and we were in the rain too. So.
Yeah, it was horrible. And plus, the remote control car wasn't even working.
Yeah, damn rain. I don't know who that property belongs to. We probably weren't supposed to be on it, but oh well.
Yeah, me and you and Sammy got in trouble before just walking on that property.
See, the claymen are really there, right there. And they're not really there right there. I didn't want to do green screen for this scene, so all I did was just take some pictures of that background. I printed them out and put them in the background there. Doesn't look that obvious. Well, it does right there. I love this light effect.
So what's in the paper? Ah, these are just my master plans.
I think it's funny because when we would actually be walking over there, we would see that little white dog. There was this little white dog in somebody's backyard. We were walking through this alley just to get to where this part is right here. And that dog would literally wait until we got to a certain distance until it started barking. Seriously, I'd be like, okay, it's going to start barking, like, right now. And it would start barking. It always started barking whenever, like, Robert and I were at the same exact spot.
Like, it would just sit there. And then finally, when we got like right by it, it would hop up like 4 feet in the air and go, and it would start barking.
Yeah, like,
and then we would walk away and it would stop barking.
Seriously, it would like time us.
Like it was motion censored. Like if you got a certain distance to it, it would start.
Exactly, kind of like those little censor things. You walk past it, they go off and say something.
Anyway, this is in my backyard this scene was in my backyard. That's not my backyard. I wish it was.
I sure hope not.
That's our backyard right there.
And the sky was real. Isn't that pretty?
That's the first outside shot that I did in the movie. This scene is the first thing. Of course.
Sorry, I'm not a magician. You were supposed to have these things planned out. I thought you knew what you were doing.
See, if you notice, it goes from
Man make mistakes.
old
You're not a
scenery
man, you're a woman.
to new
I know you-
scenery.
Backyard, backyard.
You're a woman. Yeah.
Really in the field / my room. Originally, he was going to talk seriously, but I decided to make it funny.
He just goes berserks. You never call somebody a woman.
There was a version of the trailer that had his original dialogue in here, and then I changed the trailer. But if you were one of the 2,000 people who saw the first version of the trailer, then that's how he was originally going to talk.
I feel so sorry for saying. Pig should jump.
All the cute
It
type...
took us forever just to get that right. And we took those angles at 2 different places. We took it in the field, and then we went over to this it's the steep thing, obviously, and then we just threw it.
Of course, that truck is so strong that it was not nearly that damaged when we threw it off the thing.
Seriously, we had to damage it
I swear,
ourselves.
if at the end, if it really did get hit by a train, the train would run it over, go by, and it would still be sitting there like it was brand new.
Seriously. It's like one of those. You can't get rid of it. It'll come back alive. It will come back.
Yeah, no, the truck's sitting right by us.
It is, isn't it? Holy cow, it is. It's not.
This is my room, but obviously, but it doesn't really. I think I did a good job here.
Trying to be a hero.
The truck covering the background,
Sorry, yeah.
and you don't really think about it. I hope.
But there's something else I want you to do.
And here's the new mission. He's got to go back and get the time machine and stop all this from happening. But will he?
No!
No, he's not. Everybody's gonna die.
Stop all of this from ever happening.
Yeah, Mr. Black just stays dead.
I'll try.
That's funny.
Yeah, you better try.
I love how he dies. It's so funny. I love that. Who dies like that anymore?
Oh, hey, Pig.
Of course, Pig lost his name tag, so he's not really happy about that.
Pig's name tag actually said Nikki on it when they were driving around, because I put Nikki on the name tag.
Oh yeah, the stunt devil for Pig had Nikki on it. You
Yeah,
can't-
the stunt devil.
You can't really see it though, because it's like far away. But yeah, that's real dirt on them. I just took them out in the backyard and put dirt all over my Clayman.
They look like they're having fun. I was doing that when I was walking back to school today from lunch.
Really, what were you
Yes,
doing?
I was walking down the street and I was singing like that. Seriously. Just, I don't, just, yeah. Singing.
our drummer.
This is,
I love that part. How do you do that? That is so cool.
I just changed.
Steph, what are you doing? Stop that.
He's not stopping. He's just not stopping. He doesn't want to stop.
He's not gonna stop. This is kind of crazy right here.
He's still going on right now.
Horrible lighting in this thing. Everything's all orangish. I don't know why it does that.
I feel so sorry for him.
Let me talk. Let me talk. I probably shouldn't have killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I want to make a sequel, I think I should keep some of these characters alive.
Look! Oh! Did y'all see that in the background? Oh my gosh, when I first saw that, I got so scared.
That's
Oh my gosh, are y'all looking at that? That is so crazy. Did y'all see that?
I think they see it. It's right in the middle of the screen.
It's so horrible.
I seriously doubt they're paying attention to the boring dialogue. That's Gobi, my friend. And then the guy on the right is my friend Dan.
Yeah, I remember whenever I would come in here to get on your computer or something, I would always see that thing, the thing that they're trying to hold up. Yeah, it used to always just be in the way of the TV whenever I would try to watch TV.
Yeah, man. That's my backyard again.
It sure is.
Anyway, yeah, that tape would not hold on to the antenna, so every now and then the tape would finally give up, and the antenna would fall over on my head when I'm on the computer. I'm like, what
You
the?
were screaming too.
Yeah, so there was a spot right here where Gary asked him where he got the chip, and then Gary,
I fit in.
whatever his name is, explains why he has
I'm
the
the
chip.
bee's knees.
He's a bee's knees.
It was right here, right before that part. And that was Man on Earth, by the way.
Stop that, you're dead. No, you're supposed to be dead, stop. Well, I'm gonna go to sleep. Are you gonna sleep out here or in the truck?
When that guy was sleeping with the leaf in the truck, it reminded me of Land Before Time. The Land Before Time, when Littlefoot in part 1 sleeps with this green leaf that his mom gave him before she died.
That's wonderful. Let's talk about other movies in this movie commentary. The commentary is supposed to be about me, Nikki.
The commentary's been about
I
you.
like-
It's time to be about the commentary.
Yeah, let's talk about The Land Before Time. This is a great I think this is... I'm proud of this transition. It goes from night, and he's sleeping, everything's peaceful, and then Gary comes in. Oh, it took us 2 days to get this
It was a
shot.
tree star.
Yeah. Land Before Time. Anyway, it took us 2 days to get this part right, because the first day that we tried, the stupid truck wouldn't do it. That was actually done by accident, and I decided to use it.
You know, everything with the damn... What's it called? Remote control car is an accident. The whole
Everything-
thing, the remote control car is an accident.
Driving in a
itself.
busy highway, that was an accident. And then getting ran over by a train, that was an accident.
Especially.
So look, that thing is so hard to control. Of course, I'm standing on top of the bridge.
This actually went on longer and everything because it stops, like, you know, in like 2 seconds.
He's going the opposite way, by the way. And he's magically... Never mind, you don't know what I'm talking about.
And then he just appears in the middle of nowhere.
Anyway, now we gotta go back up this thing. I don't know if the
That truck...
Get back.
Does
everybody understand?
Okay. That truck cannot drive at all. A little twig can knock it down. But when we try to drive it up that thing, it can actually make it up there.
We had to act like it couldn't go up.
Yeah, right now we're doing RC truck acting. And that's Nikki acting, actually. So, there's a lot of things it can't do, but the one thing that it's not supposed to do, it can actually do.
It sucks. I was pissed off. I was like, what the hell?
And I was like, bonkers. I love how the truck... I love how the truck is just so messed... Uh-oh. Whoa.
Surfing the web.
You see, it would have been funnier if the truck would have been a backflip.
Backflip would be good.
Backflip.
Around that thing.
See, and another thing is that truck can't drive over a grain of rock or whatever, but it can drive at least
I love how it
a
goes
mile away from us.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the reason why you see the truck for like... The truck's usually in like shots of like 3 seconds because that truck could not drive for like 5 seconds without being caught on something. So usually when it keeps cutting away from the truck, it's usually because the truck got stuck and just couldn't keep it going.
Yes. Yes.
I don't do it for the
And here we go, we're off the table still. I've never done a... Yeah.
Oh, you were watching?
My 2003 movies used to take place on the ground. But this is my first movie like this, where they're on the ground.
I am a hero.
Of course, if you notice, I made a mistake here. Actually, I made a lot of mistakes in
I
this
never
movie.
really understand what
But later on, you're going to see a shoe in the background. But if you notice,
you're saying.
the shoes are actually on the opposite side of my room. And I'll point that out. And there's my shadow right there. There are a lot of very bad continuity problems in here. I don't know why that movie needed that shot, but whatever.
Hey,
And
It's just added effect.
finally, after
Yeah.
a lot of work.
You're a genius, Candyman. But I don't know
No,
what I'd
you're a
do without
genius.
you.
I like how he just walks in the screen. Look, what?
Oh my god.
It took us way too long to get this scene right.
Hello? Hello? Oh my god, hello? Hello?
Hey, get everybody in Klay World up here right now. Now. Okay, where are you?
You know I'm really smart. That's right. I'm really smart. I can solve a lot of puzzles.
And there's my shoe. My shoes aren't supposed to be there. They aren't. They're not supposed to be there.
Notice how they're all muddy? See, that's another thing that sucked.
Yeah, they're muddy from the scenes that we shot.
My shoes are still muddy. Yesterday, since mother hasn't washed my shoes, I put them in the kitchen sink yesterday
My
and washed
shoes are
them
still muddy.
myself.
I
And then I
got,
put them in a plastic bag and put them on my bed.
What's it like out there?
I like how nobody really cares who dies in it. And that's what this movie's all about.
Really big.
No, it's
goes
not.
on forever.
And there's the highway of death that they're about to loop around and go into.
Like one big
Yup.
giant table.
Yeah. I like how in some shots you can see what they're about to go into, like them driving towards the highway. It's a sign of things to come.
No, but we gotta come back to the house. You suck.
I'll be right back. And then, yeah.
They didn't get the aliens. This whole thing is just a big waste of time.
See, in these parts right here, I didn't help out at all. The only parts I helped out with are the remote control car scenes, and I did like all of the remote control car scenes, or driving the remote control car. Yeah, and some of the ideas from the remote control car scenes were my ideas.
Everything's back to normal. Let's
Yeah. See, I like dancing like that. I was dancing like that this morning in my room, getting ready for school.
Really?
Yes.
I'm back.
I
Get some
are you really?
Coca-Cola. I had to get some Coca-Cola.
You should have got me some Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi.
I weigh like 30 pounds. I don't need Diet Coca-Cola.
Diet Pepsi.
And here come the aliens.
Diet Pepsi.
Now, of course, I was gonna drag all my equipment and all my software over to somebody's house.
No.
So, of course, if it seems like I kind of cheaped out at the ending, I did.
I think this part is so cool. Look, especially the music. Like, it just goes so well with it.
Thomas Mears, by the way.
And plus, I would be so scared if I was a Clayman and saw this coming towards me. I'd cry. Seriously.
Yeah,
No lie. I'd
this
cry.
is like the first time where you actually see my blue Clayman get scared. Because
This-
usually they're too stupid. And that's Tom fault. Usually they're too stupid, but I had to create something that even these people would be afraid of.
This reminds me of those Claymen, the aliens. They remind me of a Tool music video. Any of those? Those of y'all who like Tool and y'all like music videos, y'all might see over somewhere.
I like tools. I like hammers and wrenches and everything.
Sure.
Animating those tentacles are harder than you think. I don't really know how tentacles move or how they work. I probably should have researched it.
Well, I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter how things move because, well, it's in your movie. And, you know, everything's
I
kind
think-
of out of proportion in your movie.
That's Jason Steele.
Hi, Jason
That's
Steele.
Randy Solon who does that roaring.
Hi, Randy.
Wait, are you saying there's a lot of Clay people out there? And we're like,
Of course, I had to keep the comedy going. He's really scary.
I would be scared.
are they cute?
He originally had legs. It wasn't until I was halfway through the movie that I realized that he would just be better if he had tentacles. And he used to have spikes on his head, but I made him bald. And I gave him eyes. He didn't.
I think I remember the spikes because it reminded me of the guy from Hellraiser.
I don't know if that's the guy I'm talking about.
Then I'm probably thinking of this.
Or could be.
Well, no, yeah.
No, he had like spikes on his head like this, not like Hellraiser. He had like
You mean
red,
like a mohawk?
yeah, he had like a mohawk.
Oh.
And he had like red eyes. He like clay eyes, and then I like rebuilt him and made him creepy.
Well, who did you make that look like Hellraiser?
The green guy?
Might have been a green guy.
No, he's not in this movie.
I have no idea. See, that wasn't very nice because the innocent handyman guy died
That's
first.
Randy Solon. Those sounds that the aliens make, those were originally sounds that the Claymen were supposed to make when they die. They were like random sounds for when Claymen die. And I thought they sounded so weird that it would be good for an alien. So, Randy does the voice of these aliens. That was Dan Fladden, by the way. I hope I can pronounce his name right. Singe.
Well, this ain't any good.
And that's Alan Sanders, Alan the Box. Whatever. What? There are like so many different voices in this scene.
I would be so horribly scared. He reminds me of Chewbacca, the alien version of Chewbacca. Does that make any sense? Is Chewbacca an alien? No, he's like a giant bear-looking thing, isn't he? Well, yeah, I know he's a bear.
I don't know much.
Thing,
I don't know
like,
much about Star Trek. No, just kidding.
Me neither.
I know. Just kidding. It's Star Wars. And that was Nikki's claiming, by the way. That's-
Yeah, thank you.
Those effects were done by Brad Bourne.
Oh my god, I gotta get away from here. I'm gonna go
What would
hide
you
in
do
that-
if aliens were attacking your Klay World?
Before I die too.
I think we should just ask ourselves, what would Klay World do?
This? Hide in jeans?
Hide in jeans.
Hide in
Hide in my jeans.
See, he would be the first to die. Seriously. If I was stuck with somebody, I would be so scared. Oh my gosh. Just look over easy. Watch, he stops and he just looks.
Yeah, that's not animation, by the way. This is animation.
Oh my god.
But when he was walking, I just pulled him by a string.
Would you shut up, okay? He's not even there anymore.
See, I wouldn't push him down. I'd push him like out there. I'd be like, take him first. See, if they would have pushed that out, if they would have pushed that guy out first, you know, the guy with the braces wouldn't have gone.
Those are piercings, not braces.
This is boring. I wanna go home.
Rick the Prick has piercings.
We are going
He has
home.
20 piercings on his
Gotta
head.
go all the way around all of this.
It sounds fun.
And when he's remade,
Hand out my face.
he has the same amount of piercings.
Oh, sorry. What's going on? This is Will.
I remember that. Wasn't the scene taken by the railroad tracks?
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah, and the old man kept stalking us. Oh my
The
god.
old man.
Yeah, he came out and he just stood there.
When they come out of the bushes, that's actually in somebody's front yard.
Yes.
When they come out of the bushes.
And there was
like,
an old man, and I think he was very angry with us.
And these are special effects. When people saw the trailer, they asked me if we really did
He's
do this.
smiling. It took us like an hour just to wait for those cars to run over that person.
I'm telling you guys, you won't know fun until you sit there for 30 minutes waiting for a Clayman to get ran over by a car.
Especially, and then once you notice that the claimant's not even close to where the wheels of the
He
car.
did get ran over. He got ran over when he was standing up, and it was perfect. But I realized I wasn't filming. This part was the last thing that we shot in the movie. In the whole movie, this last thing we shot.
Oh my gosh, we were so dehydrated. I was so pissed off that day.
Yeah, this is nowhere near where they were earlier.
Make sure when you ride bikes, make sure there's always air in the tires.
Drive off the Oh crap, I can't even drive off the track. The thing's too tall, I got it. Oh no,
We were so dehydrated, we were actually sitting down this whole time filming.
We were
this.
sitting down filming this whole
Okay,
thing.
we better get off this truck.
And then I noticed that there were cactuses, and I was going to attempt to
It's
open
like,
up the cactus.
hey,
for
is there water and cactuses? I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna go drink some cactuses. I'm like, okay, Nikki.
Cover your eyes, get out!
But there were too many pricks on the cactuses, and I didn't really feel like getting hurt and being dehydrated at the same time.
I think that's a pretty good CGI shot. Of course, that's real. That highway scene was actually shot on 2 different bridges. Highway scene. The highway scene was shot on 2 different bridges.
Oh yes, it was.
Like we did it on
It was
one.
my idea to do it on the other bridge, while somebody was.
So what we did is we
Panicking.
filmed the car driving across the. See, there's my shoes right there. They're over there.
Whoa.
Anyway, we filmed the truck going across the street, and then we left the camera there, and we let cars and stuff drive by, and then I let my special effects guy, Brad Bourne, I let him put them together.
Yes.
And this is all really on the ground, which sucks, because I'm standing like right over them, trying to get to the mouse to click for the next frame. So, it was very painful. That's why the animation came out kind of weird here. Kind of out of focus. What?
He's like sucks for him.
Yeah, there he goes.
Help me! Someone help me!
It kind of reminds me of Freddy Krueger. He just whoa.
If you notice, I carved Knox on the side of my table. That wasn't for the movie.
You carved Knox everywhere. We were eating at Olive Garden like last year. He starts carving Knox in the table at Olive Garden.
I carved Knox on my computer.
And then puts his cup over it to hide it. No one's gonna find out.
Well, it's not like they...
We can't just let him
It's
drive
not like they're gonna
our
clean the table.
Okay?
I'm not gonna have to pick up the cup.
Now, this was originally going to be different. Originally, Chip was going to be back to give this little speech. Like, they were about to leave the table, and then Chip would, like, come back and then
We can't just
find
let
out
him
what was
drive
going
us
on,
out
and
of
then
our
he would give this
table
speech,
house.
and then Vince would come and help him.
Right? Come on.
But I figured it'd be better if it was just Klay World defending their own world. Instead of it being the main character, I think it would mean more. It was just one of the random Klay people saying what they mean and meaning what they say.
Yes!
Plus, I didn't want Chip to come back yet. And I thought it'd be funny if Chip came back and the whole Klay World was destroyed. And that's what happens. See, that little speech that Vince gives, it was originally like 3 minutes long, and I cut it down to like 30 seconds.
Did you get all of them?
Oh.
That's Fremont from Newgrounds. He's a fellow Klay animator. That's actually his Bill Cosby impersonation.
Can you please
What?
not kill me?
That voice he's doing.
Alright, let's go finish this.
Well, it's not really.
I was like, Bill Cosby.
He sent me a movie that he made online where he did a Bill Cosby impersonation. I'm like, hey, that's a funny voice. I want you to do that for an alien. He's like, no, my Bill Cosby sucks. People are gonna think I'm stupid. I'm like, no, just do it anyway. But I told him not to make it obvious that it was Bill Cosby impersonation. So he gave it kind of an evil twist. But that's how.
Well, people aren't going to be listening to it and be like, hey, he's trying to do Bill Cosby.
Yeah, but
They're just going to be wondering, ooh, what's going to happen next?
don't make fun of me.
Let's go
Don't make
get
fun
our
of
table
me.
back.
This is. I like that shot.
It's so cute.
No, it's green screening. That's one of my favorite green screening. That's my favorite green screening effect in this movie.
Well, we got most of them piled up here, but we still gotta go get the rest of them downstairs.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be a funny role, but
Get the hell out of
I just thought it'd be funny if we gave him a funny voice. I love this
Okay,
scene
guys,
because it's the
I'm
first time we
standing
actually
behind
see the
them. They have
Claymen
no idea.
strategizing over an attack. They're like on top of the thingy, and the other guy's on the thing, and they go, whoa, there we go.
Oh my god. Oh.
Of course, he screws it up.
See, if you notice, I didn't even notice before, but the guy who just opened, like, all, like, 4 of his mouths sounded like Vince.
He did. It sounds like Sammy did that voice, but it was actually Tom Folk.
so hard.
And this was like super funny, like haha,
Ha
haha. No, not yet.
ha.
Now haha, because the alien looks at him and it's like funny, super funny haha. joke.
Oh. He just starts laughing. I mean, crying. I mean, dying.
Yeah, laughing, crying, dying.
Okay, how many more of them are left?
When you're making him, everything seems kind of quick, but when you're making a claymation over the period of 7 months, everything seems like it goes on longer. And then you watch and you're like, wow, that's a little too fast.
Actually,
think it's
no,
a little
but
too
we figured we
fast-paced.
don't have anything else to
But you don't know that when you're animating for 7 months.
You have no
This whole fight scene here actually took only about 4 days to animate, though.
Yeah, but under your control.
Which is about as long as
We
the beginning when
mind of our own.
Dr. Brown, Dr. Bob, and Mr. Black are explaining.
How long do you stay up animating?
Usually all I do.
24 hours or
mind
what?
of your own. I don't think you even have.
Well,
that.
usually I stay up until like 5 a.m. animating. I go to bed. I wake up at 12 the next day. I get up and I work on my movie some more for like 17 hours. And I go.
I think 5 a.m. and 12 is the same day.
Yeah. I think. That's
You
like
said the
7
next
hours.
day.
Well, yeah.
No, 5 to 12, that's like 5
Well,
hours.
now I like this right here. This is cool. Anyway.
Oh no, I'm sorry, man.
No, it is 7 hours, you're right.
7 hours. Anyway, I stay up until 5 a.m. animating, and then I wake up at like 12. And then I work for 17 hours. I go to sleep at 5 a.m. again, and that's how it went on for about 5 or 7 months. and it's very frustrating.
Oh wow.
You can see Chip and Pick on by the keyboard, which was a mistake when the wagon is falling.
I killed the alien, saved the day.
This is like my favorite look in the whole movie. He reminds me of Mr. Smith
Ow.
from the Matrix.
Mr. Smith.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to base him on it, but he reminds me a lot of him.
He does. He's. What does he say? What does he say over and over again?
Oh my God, don't hurt me.
Doesn't Mr. Smith say something over and over again?
He says, "I'm Mr. Smith."
Stand back.
No, I don't know. This is cool. Cause it's not easy. Cause you gotta break a pencil that short
No.
and still keep everything still.
Oh,
It's not easy.
let's go beat him up.
But I couldn't. I made that music. All this techno type trance music that you hear, I made. I feel kind of bad because I got all these rock bands and stuff to do my music for my movie. And then when I get to editing this thing, I'm like, you know, seems a little too over the top. And then I put in the music I made. I'm like, hey, this is perfect. Because it's just so simple. It goes along great with the Clayman.
Hey, is that where you put the clay? I see blue up there.
No, that was actually really on the poster board.
Then how'd that blue get up there?
No, when you see it going, when you see it fly on the ceiling, that's actually really landing on poster board that I put on the ground, and then I just turned the screen upside down.
Oh. Okay.
But I like tore it to make it look all ripply to give it that
You
ceiling.
could see your bed.
Yeah, my bed.
Gonna get me. Help. Oh, oh no. Don't hurt me.
I also made that music. There's actually, that's not easy. There's actually a clothes hanger holding the Clayman up.
See, I actually think that's pretty sweet. See, he doesn't kill him, he just throws him. That has got to be the sweetest thing that alien does in this whole movie.
He kills him later on.
Yeah, but he doesn't kill him right now.
I made this music. It goes so perfect. See, it's so simple. It goes along with their simple little minds.
Does it hurt?
Instead of like some rock or orchestra music, it kind of makes it a little too movie-ish. Not that those bands are bad. It's just the style of the movie.
See, you know, that was kind of sweet too. Because he could have killed him, but he just ended up throwing him across the room.
Which killed him, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or maybe he could be alive, maybe for a sequel, who knows? If Tom Fulp wants to do another voice. I don't know. I don't know, he could be alive. I don't know. The sound's a little off here. I don't know why. I couldn't fix it.
Oh,
It's all cool, man. It's all cool, man.
it's all cool.
We can sing. There ain't
It's
nothing
all
wrong with
cool.
singing.
See,
There ain't nothing wrong with singing. There ain't nothing wrong with singing.
it's all cool.
See, now he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted it to seem like near the end, Klay World was just ending. And I wanted it to seem like it was going to be this weird, depressing ending. Because I think that's what people thought. Because my endings usually have this dark ending. But, well, actually, this does have kind of a dark ending, but everything's okay.
Everything's okay. I wouldn't say that so far.
And then there's orchestra music right there. That, I forgot his name. Sorry.
I did something to your printer.
Back to the rest of you in a second.
Okay. See, they just get up and they just keep going. They're like, we're not gonna die yet. Even though they see their friends get carried away in pieces.
Yeah, Klay World doesn't give up.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Klay World doesn't give up. Yep, Klay World doesn't give up.
And that's the only animation that I do outside.
He's laying right in front of the house.
And that's the joke. And this is cool. Again, with the camera adjusting to the light.
He's just...
He comes in all happy, jolly.
He's like, yeah, I'm home.
And I love how he just goes out, goes through all this, and he comes home, and this is what he has to deal with.
This reminds me of the Blair Witch Project.
What is that?
What happened when I was gone?
I have like the most annoying voice.
Yeah, you do.
Whoa!
That was spontaneous.
No. I like it there. I love you. What the hell is going on here?
Don't pull the axe out of his face.
Yeah.
No, I can't play checkers. I gotta figure out what the hell's going on here. Get that camera out of my face.
This is the worst commentary ever in the whole history of the world.
Wow, you look dead.
Wow, you sound so sure.
You don't look
I
so
am.
alive yourself.
Sure.
Young man. That's your name, right? Young man. What happened
Just
to
look at the
everybody?
body
Where
pieces
are
in the background. Look at that texture.
The aliens came. They started killing everybody. So we decided we fought back. And we got all of them except one, but he's gonna come back and finish us all off. We're all gonna die. Well, let's get out of here before he comes back and kills us. No. He's right. We don't even have a reason to be here. I mean,
Of course, when Dr. Brown comes back, it's a different Klay figure. Because this is like 7 months after I filmed the scene that you see at the beginning. So I couldn't find the original hat, and I couldn't find the original Dr. Brown.
Let's play some Twister.
Is that why you were asking for tinfoil?
That's why I was asking for tinfoil that one day.
He comes in about 6 o'clock in the morning when I'm getting ready for school and asking me, do you have any tinfoil? And then he goes and he asks our mother, can you go to Handy Andy and buy some tinfoil?
Can you go to Andy? And I ended up using a gum wrapper.
Oh, hey, Chip.
So that's a gum wrapper up there.
No, I'm not gonna grab your hand, alright?
It's a
Take
different...
my hand.
And I forgot to put the two little balls on top of it
Grabbing hands.
there, so there's just two sticks.
I'll grab hands all night day, I will.
Because I'm stupid.
You stole that time.
Buzz.
I could never get this part right, and I still don't like how it turned out. Because everybody's just talking a little too low, and he's supposed to be yelling at Dr. Brown. But I just couldn't get it right. Plus, I think I animated it a little too short, so it was kind of hard to make it long enough to where it was more over-exaggerated. Or not over-exaggerated. Whatever.
This kind of reminds me of Ghostbusters when the lady is floating.
Are you gonna keep talking about other movies in this
Let's end all of this.
commentary? Like The Land Before Time and Ghostbusters have a lot to do in this movie.
Hey, what are you guys doing over there?
He's just so lazy. He just lays there.
He got cut up by an
Okay,
alien.
let's do this thing.
See, that's so a gum wrapper right there. You can see the little zigzag design.
I think this is so cool.
And we will go back in time.
Look at your fingerprints, you loser. No, I'm just kidding.
Time machine.
Yeah.
This is so funny. See, look, he's all ready. He's so sure he's going somewhere, and then this happens.
You get way too excited. You're about to knock the microphone off. Yeah.
He's talking. He's like, and then this
That's
happens.
like my favorite shot. Well, no, it's not.
Why is there a hole in his crotch?
That's where I stuck the pencil to make him float in the air. Yeah, I put the pencil there so he can float in the air in that one part. This part goes on a little too long because I think it's kind of obvious who it is.
Why is he sitting down now? Where did Doc?
He got punched.
You're looking very sparkly today.
Is it obvious that's Rick the Prick? Or did you see
If
that?
I was a clay man and I was that retarded, I probably would not have told.
I mean, when you're watching the movie,
told.
you probably saw the Rick the
Scene.
Prick. You probably saw the Rick the Prick Clayman before you saw this movie, didn't you? Right? In my room.
Yeah, but he's not acting anything
He's
like
up there now somewhere.
I might have, but I see Clayman all the time in your room.
Yeah, they're Clayman
when
everywhere.
they rebuild us in a
This was originally longer, and I was gonna make Rick the Prick sing like a little musical about why the peach people are better than the blue people, but I just didn't. I think it got a little
The
too long.
peach people.
And the Rick the Prick was gonna be more funnier originally. He was
I
just
think
more flamboyant.
I think I
Whoa.
can
I'm afraid you guys
contrast
are gonna
the
have to
blue
come
people
through.
and the peach people very,
Say sorry.
very easily. See, the peach people are aliens, and the blue people are just regular blue people.
Technically, the peach people aren't really aliens. They're just different. They're just different clay people. But the blue people, in their eyes, the other people are aliens because they're stupid. And that's my favorite shot right there. Because that is so cool. His arm stretches out. And you see it attached to the body. Of course, thanks to stupid...
Okay, he's dead. Let's celebrate.
Of course, thanks to stupid TV zone, it cuts off part of the screen. You can't really see the prick in that shot.
I think this part is so cool.
It is.
How cool is that? That so reminds me of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Actually, that's my favorite shot.
That is so cool. Even though you just copy and pasted the legs, right?
No, those are real legs. That was really animated. He's really standing up by himself. That's
Are you serious?
Yeah, he is. That's why I like this shot so much. That's why you see the full shot. Because he's really standing up. Of course, there are pencils in his legs.
No, not me.
Oh,
No,
Like
no, no,
2
no,
pencils in his
get the-
legs.
have the axe on his face.
that makes sense.
But he's really standing up.
No, no, no.
I like his beanie. His beanie looks cool.
It's just cool. I love how his legs go back in.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love this. I wish I made it longer, though. It seemed longer when I was animating it.
Look out!
It's just so awesome. Of course, that's not really his leg. Those are wired legs. Like this right here.
Hey,
Of course, they're not.
hey,
Are
get
these
up.
his legs?
I know you're faking it.
These are his legs?
His arms and his legs. They're like 2 wires.
These? This big thing?
I think that was part of his leg.
This big thing was his leg.
Yep.
Somebody help me.
Are you serious?
Well, it was also... Well, actually, I don't know if I should talk about that yet because nobody can see it. Anyway. They were just these long, clay bricks with wire inside of them.
Was I supposed to do that?
I'm not going to use them again, so... Anyway, this is like,
Oh!
Oh yeah?
this is like my favorite. Okay, this whole scene is my favorite because the arm stretching and everything is just so...
And then watch, it just goes...
Alright, 2.
Reminds me of Roger Rabbit, where at the end,
That's the 4th movie he's
he takes the
Come on. Stupid.
He takes the saw.
boxing glove. And it pops out of the box.
He was originally going to scream when he fell, but I couldn't get it right. I couldn't do it without making him sound like Chip. Of course, later on, I do it. I make him scream and he sounds like Chip when he gets hit by the truck. If you notice, I make all my DVDs face away from the screen, so that way you can't see what they are.
Doing and finish the job myself.
Because I didn't want it to be too distracting.
Oh, would you just stop asking questions and go get the stupid time machine? Go get the stupid time machine and stop worrying about what's going on.
Take my hand. Oh, look, you made the boss man. Look what you did.
Oh,
All right, now it's time to take you to your new
I
world.
seriously think that that alien looks awesome.
I gotta get out of
He
here.
is.
Time machine.
Ah.
Oh God.
Look at his tentacles, they just move.
What is that thing?
He's like panicking. See, the cool thing is,
You idiot.
you're like hogging up the mic, dude. See, the cool thing is that guy, Chip, goes through so much outside, and he comes home, he has to go through this, and an alien starts trying to eat him. And so he
Eat him.
tries to run away. Okay, imagine this. Would you be able to handle all of that?
No, but Chip Brown can. He's a hero.
Go, Chip Brown.
The TV is sideways in the shot. I thought it would be obvious, but it's not.
I screwed up your printer. I did something.
So yeah, the TV's sideways in the shot.
See, that is so cool.
Got you.
And you don't even think about it.
Hey, I'm gonna need this.
Hey, this reminds me of Home Alone when that happened. This reminds me of
Well, no, actually, it
Breakfast
kind of
Club.
reminds me of when my psychology teacher was telling me that you're not supposed to pull, like, a knife or any kind of sharp object out of your body because it can
You're
make
sick.
you hemorrhage.
I don't know if that's the place to talk about that.
Oh no.
Hey! That's so funny. I had to put it in there. He's like, ow! Hey! And this is, like, so perfect.
That is so cool.
Yeah, that's all real. a real explosion. And of course, that's really. I love that smoke. Bradborn did that. But
Yeah, I think that's cool. Go, Bradborn. Good job.
I hope I'm pronouncing his name right.
Yes!
I'm not very smart.
No!
And of course,
No! What?
you think it's over, but it's not.
No!
That was my Xbox
Bobby,
game.
your printer is like gonna explode.
Well, get your feet off of it.
Killed the last alien, alright? I don't know where you're gonna go. What are you planning on?
You can see my animation light in the reflection of that
Really?
shot
Don't
of the
even
TV.
matter. I have control of time. All I gotta do is go back in time and make sure that the blue people lose against the big people.
He's so interested, and he's all tilting his head, and I'll make sure that the blue people.
That's a good thing about having characters that have necks. You
Well-
can do all kinds of stuff with them.
I gotta go now.
He's so excited. I'm gonna go now.
This was the last thing that I shot in the movie, actually.
No! Oh, crap.
That's cool.
Yeah, a shot where the truck flies at the TV. I did that like 6 times. So, I'm glad my TV still works because I threw this thing at the TV like 5 times.
Who did this song?
Me. I did this. The whole roof is gone, but I didn't get it in the shot that I could.
Look, he died happily.
He died.
Or
With,
okay.
he died with a smile. And of course, everything is like so destroyed, but the clay flag is still up.
Which symbolizes the perpetual hope
Which means that Klay
of
World,
Clayman.
Klay World can't die.
Or Klay World, yes.
Oh, man.
Perpetual hope of Klay
Well,
World.
the table looks pretty clean.
You're
Never would have known that there was a giant
Yeah,
explosion
stupid
behind
pop-ups.
it.
I was gonna put like a bunch of ash and stuff from the grill in our backyard on here, but that would have just been way too messy. Way too messy. Would have never done
you
that.
could take dirt and put it on here, but you can't take ashes.
Dirt doesn't stick as well, but black ash, they stick.
Yeah, but
But I could put my
but-
hand in dirt, stick it out, and my hands are still clean. Kind of brown, but still clean.
yeah, but ashes you could just like get something wet and just like go over it, and then it's like voila. It's
Yeah,
like,
but it's more littler than dirt, so it's kind of more messy.
Littler.
Littler.
Kill people. Doctors don't.
It's smaller.
gooder.
Of course, everybody's happy because Pig lived.
Yay, big love.
Here comes
Dr. Thing,
fact.
excellent
Fat
planning,
cat.
your
Fat cat.
backstabbing and
Again.
fighting. We can rebuild Klay World, just like the aliens did theirs. Yay! Yay!
I mean, so screwed up.
They are rebuilding the Clayman.
Yes, they are. I think originally, like in the very beginning, everybody who survives in the end, they were going to be the only ones that survived. They weren't going to rebuild Klay World, and that's how it was going to end. Like the ending, it was just going to be the final Clayman. Of course, the final Clayman being Dr. Brown, Chip, and Pig. And it was just going to end with them starting like a normal Knox conversation like you see in all my other movies. And then it was going to fade out, and that's how it was going to be. But I thought that was a little too depressing. So I made it to where they rebuild.
Yeah, I don't want to cry anymore. Don't make me cry anymore. See, like they just pop out of nowhere. It's like.
I didn't know what to put here. I wasn't sure what else I should animate, so I just did this because I'm lazy.
Well, I think your laziness did a good job. Look at all the people just popping out of nowhere.
It's a happy ending.
Hogging up the mic again.
Oh.
I guess we're not going to be looking for aliens again, huh? Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Guess not.
Yeah, let's not do that. But we may have failed our mission of living with other Claymen.
I think Pick and Chip are best friends.
But
Yeah, they are.
we still made a difference somehow. Thanks to us, no other Claymen.
Man, I cannot believe that Dr. Bob Clay figure made it through the whole movie. Because it was just so
We're heroes.
frustrating to work with. Because his
And we will
arms are so
remember all the Claymen who died
weird.
to keep us alive.
His shoulders are all
whoever they
bulgy.
were. But now we can all remember that no
Why
matter
didn't you
how
just make a
small
new
we
Dr.
are,
Bob?
or
I didn't want to.
identical, or retarded we are,
Well, you could have just took the
stupid
old,
aliens, we killed you!
one of the old ones, one of those people right there, and just put white over it.
I could have.
Well, look, everybody's celebrating, everybody's happy.
Klay World lives on.
Look, that guy has a really big head. The very last one,
Yeah.
and that is our house.
The door's still open.
I've seen your reflection. It is not much better than mine. I've seen every time you might have thought that you intruded on me, making the best of my time. Let's all
Of course, I spelled tongue wrong. Toungue. The town alien.
Where'd you spell that wrong?
Right there.
Oh,
The tongue alien.
learn how to spell. Just kidding. Hey, look, that's me, Nikki Benfer, Nick McKenzie.
crank a beat and strike a pose now. You are so fake in all you do, and you wear the stupid clothes and obsess about your name brand shoes, and you cannot see this isn't you. Let's all dance down to our worthlessness. Keep the pace with our mistakes. Let's all see the terror in the error of all our ways and dance in time, do it in haste. When you are alone by yourself, you cannot feel all that you need. You need the candle, the guys you used to try to feel respected. You are not owned but never free. Let's all to our worthlessness. Keep the pace with our mistakes. Let's all see the terror in the error of all our ways and dance in time, do it in haste. Dance in time to our If I get back, I'm never gonna come again. I got no time to throw it all away. If you like suicide, gone away to while. I got no time to throw it all away. To get back, oh, you know, free to get back, oh, you know. I've been held back, learned to move ahead. I've been lied to, but never could forget. I had big dreams, let them get away. It's time to get back, learn to grow again. To get back, oh, you know, free to get back, oh, you know. If I get back, I'm never gonna